Today we're talking breathing. Breathing we do all the time without thinking. How can we improve it? Apart from actually putting our mind on the actual action of breathing, which we can do. Let's do it together. Take a breath in. No, take a breath out actually first. Take a breath out. And in. And out again. Now try breathing with this kind of posture, collapsed. So imagine your ribcage being squished. So I've taken a couple of breaths. Now try breathing again, sitting a bit more upright, but ribcage down. Not up here, but relax down. And notice the difference. You should be able to feel more expansion when you are more upright. So here is your rib cage, and your lungs will be on each side of the rib cage like this. So it's important for the rib cage to be able to expand and shrink again. Expand and shrink. So the more you can expand the rib cage, the more room you give for your lungs to inflate. And the more restricted you are in this area, the less you'll be able to breathe, or not as deep. So quite often when people are asked to do a deep breath, they go like this, but it's not really helping this movement. This movement is only the back, the rib cage. So we want the expansion to be to the side, and we want to create space all around the torso. And to do that, we can take our arms away from the torso, because here we kind of restricted. Here, when we think wide and open, the breathing changes. So try this one now. So you can breathe like this, or like this. And then try upright with your arms out a little bit. And notice the difference, if any. Okay, so simply taking the arms up and externally rotating the arm, so taking the thumb behind you, will give you some opening of the chest. This area we want to open here, we want to open here. So first think of opening at the top here, by taking your arms to the side, taking your arms, one arm at a time, straight up. You can use the wall to find vertical. Once you find vertical, notice whether your rib cage is up, and see if you can relax it gently down with each out breath. And notice on the in breath if there's movement forward. So you want to avoid movement forward. You want to anchor the rib cage down. So rather than think expansion in this direction, think expansion laterally out to the side. So you can have your arms vertical, which is what we've just done, and so you anchor the arm and relax the rib cage down. Or you can first relax the rib cage down, see how far you can take your arm up, and then relax your arm away from the rib cage. So you're anchoring down, and then relaxing up. You might feel a little tug of war between the arm wanting to go up, the ribcage wanting to follow. You want to anchor this down away from the arm, or you want to anchor the rib cage down and then feel the tug happening from the opposite direction. And here you're opening up all these muscles here. So you've got the triceps, the latissimus dorsi here, you got the pectoralis, lots of muscles, and then muscles at the back of your shoulder. So the more we are in this position, curled forward, the fascia, the envelope of fascia that surrounds the muscles, they keep the shape. All this network of mesh material, fascia material, they retain the shape that you are mostly in. So if you're mostly like this, anything that opens up will feel like a stretch. If you are used to doing this, you won't feel much of a stretch when you'll just feel what you're moving your arms. But if you don't do it very often, simply taking your arms out and away will feel like a huge stretch. So just be aware of this, that if it feels like a strong pull, it's simply that it's a movement you don't do very often. So you want to go towards these movements without forcing. So go as far as you can. Perhaps your elbow will want to come out to the side, or it will want to be forward. You're aiming to take it in and up, but find where you can comfortably go without feeling too strong of a stretch. So you might want to take your arms out and up when you're relaxing, maybe lying down, maybe against a wall. Yeah, just find your boundary, the point where it's too much to go further. So you stay within this, moving in flexion, in abduction, and this will open up your chest cavity, which hold or protect your lungs inside. Okay, so another one which is good to do beside the arm is to try and engage the intercostals by breathing into your hands and feeling that expansion. And it might not be big at first, but the more you do it, the more these muscles that have gone to sleep a little bit between the ribs, the intercostals, will start coming back to life. So you're breathing into your hand. As you breathe in, your rib cage will expand to the side, a little bit to the back, and as you breathe out, you'll feel everything shrinking together again. The ribs come closer to each other, and as you breathe in, again you feel it's getting wider to the side, to the back, and as you breathe out, it's getting smaller. It's bigger, smaller. So the movement is happening here, not here, not here. So not the rib cage, not the sternum. The sternum staying pointing forward, the rib cage down. You shouldn't be able to stick your fingers underneath, or not too much. Keep doing it. You can do it as you drive in the car, you can do it when you go to sleep, when you first wake up, when you're relaxing in the evening. Just have a few breaths. It doesn't have to be a lot of breaths, just a few. Just a few seconds here and there. And soon enough you will feel that you get more expansion. You can breathe wider, deeper, and not shallow, just up here, a bit more down the rib cage. And if you think of the shape, you sternum at the front, the rib cage, and then the spine at the back. So the rib cage is not just this area at the front; it's the whole thing. So if you can feel, first you feel out to the side as you breathe in, and you breathe out, and eventually you might feel a little bit more at the back here. You can focus your mind even on the back of you, on these ribs here between the shoulder blades, all the way to the spine. See if you can bring your attention to them for the next few breaths. See if you can visualize them. Just like that. From your waist up to your clavicle, the back of your clavicle, the back of your shoulder blade. Okay. Okay, that was a little breathing practice. I hope you find it helpful. Any questions, just let me know. Keep practicing, keep breathing.